Hello, and so what I'd like to go through in this tutorial is some of the new features in the team members page. Now, team members we also call the About Us, and depending upon profession or what sort of theme or website you're putting together, you might not call them your team members. You might call them your staff, or who knows. But we call them the team, and what we've now added are some optional fields for each person. If we go to the team members, we'll do the first one here. And we've got data fields. So you can choose what the label is going to be, such as position, and you say president. You can choose something else like years, 12. How many years they, maybe not years. Hired, 2002. Likes, goodness, pizza. Maybe you wouldn't share that for the president, but you never know. And then also we have some contact fields here. So for example, email, you could say, I can't remember what the name is supposed to be, some name at somesite.com, okay? And then we hit update. So, right, has to be a valid URL. So that means mail to. So you have to use the mail to protocol. Otherwise, it's just going to, the browsers are not going to understand. So we're going to hit update. And that's now done. Now we're going to go reload this. You're going to see something very interesting. Oh yes. See how the title, the very first label is showed beneath the name. And so when we go click on the person, it gives their profile, and then it shows the label and then the value. So position, president, hired, likes, and then over here we have a link to their contact stuff. And so if you had more, like you had Twitter, it would link you off to their Twitter page, and Facebook, so on and so forth. So we've added a number of different social media or contact options for you to use if you wish. You don't have to. If you didn't have that, there'd be nothing there. If you only had the first optional data item selected, then you'd only see one. So for example, let's just go and just delete and delete and remove and hit update. Okay, and then we just go and reload this, and you're going to see that all we have is the first, and then there's no contact information. So that's one of the major changes to the About Us. For our newest themes that include what's called an isotope portfolio, we now also include that as an option for the display mechanism on this page. Not all themes have this, but if you do have this ability, so in the Diablo and Portico themes, and anything newer than Diablo, although at the time of this recording, there is nothing newer than Diablo, there will be an option on the page that is set as the team members. So the About Us is our current page here. And what we do is, of course, make sure that the template is selected as team members, if it isn't already. And then you have a new tab called Team Member Settings. And this is where you can choose to, if you have the isotope portfolio as a part of the theme. And again, not all themes have it. It's a newer feature. You can select that. And what it's going to do, if you don't have any departments selected as part of your team members, because if you recall over here, we have team members and their departments. Basically, it's a category. And you can choose to put people in, say, corporate or sales or service. And I'm just going to show you what that's going to look like. So if we go and put, say, the first person in corporate here. I don't believe we have any departments, but okay. So Beverly's now part of corporate, and we're going to add somebody else to sales. And everybody else is going to be miscellaneous. we go and reload this now because we've changed it to the isotope portfolio. You're going to see that we now have the ability to only show the corporate or the sales or show all. Really slick feature. Again, just available in the newest of the new, which is the Portico and the Diablo, or anything newer than that. If you had the static version selected for the About Us page, the functionality is still there to have different departments. They'll just be listed differently. Let me just load this up. Reload. So you have corporate, and then you have sales, and then you have everybody else in miscellaneous, and that's how that's displayed if it's done just through the static viewer. Anyways, I hope you find that helpful, and that it answers all your questions regarding the team members and the new features that we have added.